Good morning, Gophers. I'm Emily, back with another episode from Gopher Nation News. This is our first episode of Quad 2. I hope everyone is enjoying their new classes and getting to know some new people. So get comfy and let's get to it. We had a ton of new teachers join our staff this year, and we would like to catch up with them and have you guys get to know them.
Hi everyone, my name is Elin Salazar, also known as Miss Salazar. I am teaching a little bit of everything this year just because I am an educational assistant for ELD. I'm excited about working with teachers that taught me what I know and also working with the future generation.
Hi, my name is Sharon Spicer, and I teach Intro to the Trades 1 and 2. What I'm excited about working for Gresham High School is I'm excited about the support that I've received from all of the staff. It's a great place to be, and I'm really excited about getting back into our beautiful, newly remodeled campus and meeting all of my students in person. And I think the last thing I'm excited about is going to my first Gopher game.
Hi, I'm Miss Tremmel. I am new to GHS and I'm super happy to be here. I teach physical science and biology. And thing I'm most excited about this year is, of course, getting back to school and meeting everyone in person. But also just when sports start back up, I love going to see the games and seeing how students play and how they work together on teams. And just what they're passionate about. And then also just for clubs to start, I love going to speech and debate tournaments and band and choir concerts and seeing all the things that students are passionate about and that makes school fun for them.
So my name is Miss Inge Vandersong. It's a very, very Dutch name. My family immigrated. I'm teaching biology and chemistry this year, but I've also taught physical science and earth science in the past as well. I'm honestly just excited to be teaching and teaching science because I really, really like science and being able to kind of nerd out a little bit with all of my students. It's been really fun throwing in Pokemon and anime and Star Wars and then tying everything into science as well.
Hi everybody, I am Miss Junkins. I am teaching social studies and AVID this year. The thing that I'm most excited about working at Gresham is getting to meet my students. Hopefully we'll be in person someday, but so far I've had really awesome experiences with Quad 1.
Hi, my name is Matt Carlisle and I'm teaching the options and drawing classes. If I could be any animal, I would be this one that I drew with the drawing students this first quad. It is a bunny, owl, hummingbird, bear, octopus, human creation, and it's symbolic of all sorts of aspects of me as an individual. And I'm super excited to be joining everybody at Gresham High School this year.
If I could be any animal, I would probably be a koala just because they are very sleepy and I tend to be very sleepy too.
I chose a dolphin because I wanted to choose an animal that lives in warm water. And dolphins look like they're having a lot of fun. They travel in pods and they are very intelligent and beautiful and curious. And
If I could be an animal, I'd probably choose to be a tardigrade. If you guys don't know what a tardigrade is, it's also called a water bear or a moss piglet. And they're really, really resilient. They're the most resilient organism in creation, I would say, in all of this world. It's just, I mean, they can withstand radiation and dehydration, extreme pressures, extreme heat. They've even survived outer space. And honestly, I actually think they look kind of cute. I have tardigrade slippers in my Amazon wish list. So fingers crossed I get that for Christmas. That would be very cool.
And if I could be any animal, I would be a tiger. Tigers have always been my favorite animal.
Anyone who knows me knows that I would be a wolf, hands down. Why? Because they're loyal to their pack, they're loving, they're fierce, they're beautiful beings, and they're vital to a healthy ecosystem.
I can't wait to meet all of you in person soon, hopefully. So this year, we have been adjusting and getting used to distant learning, and we all have new ways of staying involved in extracurricular at GHS. Gopher Nation News went to find how students are staying involved and connected with our school. First up, we had Tyler interview a member from the speech and debate team who need more members this year. If you are interested in joining, please contact Mr. Malin.
What do you do in speech and debate?
In speech and debate, we write and practice our speeches as well as go to competitions and present them there.
Okay. What do you like about speech and debate?
I like meeting new people and practicing my presentation skills as well as learning more about new topics.
Nice. Why do you think people should join speech and debate?
I think people should join speech and debate because it's a great community, a great way to meet new people, and it's also a really good way to work on skills such as writing speeches or presenting them to other people.
What's your favorite memory from speech and debate?
My favorite memory would probably be just hanging out with my friends and meeting new people at a competition.
Thanks, Tyler and Claire. Remember to contact Mr. Malin if you have any questions or are interested in joining speech and debate. Next, we have some interviews from our performing arts students and teachers.
Really exciting how well the kids are adapting and how engaged that they are. I actually just saw a bunch of my students do monologues today, so they're really embracing this virtual reality, and we're having some really good performances come out of this. It's definitely different, and we've had to adapt our curriculum, and I really have to do a lot of different things, but it's exciting to see how well my students do adapt, and they are very engaged and excited about the performances. And our stage classes are doing some really exciting things like costume design. They created costumes out of found objects from their home and creating posters and set design. So they're really learning a lot still. So I'm very excited about what we're giving them, even through the virtual learning.
It's very hard to do physical acting in a group. So much of theater is interacting together and creating stage pictures and being close together. But what it's done is it's given us an opportunity to focus on the vocal part of theater, the instrument of our voice, how we communicate to an audience without that physicality. Mrs. Dempsey and myself, we talked about, we're like, how can we engage these kids and give them opportunities to perform when we can't do it the way that we normally do? And we determined that the radio shows were the best way to do that right now in a socially distanced COVID-19 world. They are available for free on our Gresham High School YouTube page. And if you go to Gresham HS Theater, you can find all of the content that we're putting up there. Dracula will be available, as well as Confessions of the Mad to watch, and the trailers for both productions.
We're going to be auditioning for our 2 holiday shows that are going to happen in December, that we are also writing. The thing that's exciting about this too is that we are collaborating with the students and writing the scripts as well as performing them. So we are going to be working on A Christmas Carol and an adaptation of The Night Before Christmas and turning that into a radio show.
Things are actually going pretty good. I'm having a great time working on shows with my friends. It does make it hard to rehearse scenes for class or for a production since we can't be together right now. I really miss performing in front of an audience because having an audience and hearing their reactions makes performing just so much more enjoyable. The radio shows are such a different experience, but still super fun. We rehearse the script just like we would at school, except on Google Classroom. Then we record our voices and edit them together with some fun sound effects. It's a different experience than from seeing a show in person. I think our turnout for our first show was actually pretty good, but we would love to see even more people tune into our next show, Dracula, on November 21st at 7 p.m. on the Gresham High School Drama Department YouTube channel.
I bid you welcome. Listen to them, the children of the night. What music they make. Do you believe in destiny? To believe in things that you cannot, that even the powers of time and place can be altered. Let me advise you, my dear young friend. Nay, let me warn you with all seriousness to sink your teeth into a premiere of Dracula on Saturday, November 21st at 7:30 p.m. We will be drifting into unknown places and unknown ways. Our ways are not your ways, and there shall be to you many strange things. Listen to them, the members of the theater. What art they make.
First thing that I really like is really hard is that the fact that I really don't get to be with the musicians in the band, and they feel the same way. Because they really want to be with each other in the band room, being able to hear each other, listen to each other, interact with each other. It really can't happen online, especially with the technology that we have. So, like, for instance, we can hear one person play their instrument at a time, either me or one of the students. So we do a daily warm-up routine where we have different people lead the band, just so we get a chance to let everybody hear each other. We've tried to do a few things, and actually we're working on finishing up recordings that I'm going to mix together for some sort of type of performance. What I do is I find a recording and I post that recording for the students of the entire piece. Then the students would put headphones on, start up their software, push record, and then push play on that recording, so they can hear it through their headphones, and then they would perform on their instrument along with it. And then we take all of those separate recordings and stack them up. The biggest issue that we have right now is just a lot of equity issues about, some of our students have a space where they can go and play. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of students, though, that during class time, they can't play their instrument. Or even during the whole day, they can't play their instrument because they live in an apartment, or they have people at home working from home, or just sleeping because they just got off work. So it makes it really difficult to have some sort of class time and be a cohesive group. And that's why it's so important that the school building is there, because I have students that can't play at home. So having practice rooms and having those extra spaces that are available for students to use at the building, at the school, are so important when we finally get back.
The main challenge is choir is in person. I mean, you're not a choir unless you're singing with the person on either side of you. In fact, there's a thing where your heart's beats start to sync when you're singing together. I mean, it's really cool. And so it's not so much not being able to perform, at this, it's more not being able to just be together to produce that sound, that amazing sound.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hardest thing. But so what we've been doing is learning our music online, hoping for the chance to be together at some point. And my section leaders have been awesome at pulling their section together, and we break up into groups and they start teaching it. I put it, I put the piano parts on, I put recordings on, I put the music on, I put everything online. And then they go around in their section, like Jake Hinkle is the tenor section leader, and he's just doing amazing with the guys. And Brody Joseph and Michael Teves and JP Pedersen are like the bass ones. Bailey Janway is doing the sopranos, and Jane Althofer and Ren they're doing the altos. Anyway, the best part about this whole thing has been to watch their leadership. But learning wise, I think we're actually gaining something. And what we're going to do is put a virtual concert out. So I just got Soundtrap, and we're going to record each student, and then I'm working on software to put it all together to actually have a concert. It'll be virtual, and we'll put it out in the winter. I don't know if we'll get it done in December. We might. It might be January. And even performing for other people doesn't matter to me as much as we all are feeling if we could just be together in the room and just hear that sound just for us, that would be good enough.
Yeah.
That's what we miss so much.
Now, the average choir class today in COVID and on technology is a lot different because we're not in person, and it's very sad, to say the least. I would personally say. Now we just do sectionals, which sectionals, as if you don't know, there's 4 different sections in choral groups. So soprano, alto, tenor, and then bass. I lead the bass section, and basically what I do is I teach the bass section the song and our part in that song, along with all the other section leaders. Like the soprano section leader teaches the sopranos what their part is and stuff like that, and it's etc. It's the rest. And Miss K is there to help us along the way, and she's a lot of help, and she does whatever she can to make us feel like we're making progress and making us feel comfortable, and that's really important. Overtones has been asked to perform many Christmas things, I would say, so that's definitely something to look forward to. And basically what our choir does every year is we go to Camp Arowana, and we have a lot of bonding things, and we stay there for like 2 days. It's a lot of fun, and I hope that we get the chance to do that again. And also, what our choir usually does every year is we have a trip. And we haven't been able to have a trip since my freshman year. And now it's my senior year. So we'll see. COVID is definitely in the way. But if COVID is going down, maybe we'll go to someplace fun like Hawaii or something. I don't know. But we'll just have to wait and see what the administration says, see if it's okay. We'll have to wait and see.
Have a great Tuesday, Gophers.